trying to do is we're trying to find out if the resident is a nasty person. Are they clean? We like to show up unannounced. The fact that they said that it's okay for us to come and do a pre-house inspection, they might not even, a lot of them don't even know what that means, but they still mark it that it's okay for us to do a pre-house inspection. So we go, knock on the door, and when we get there, we say, yeah, we're here for the pre-house inspection. But why even tell you what we do? How's about we just go do it? So we do need to go do a pre-house inspection. So that's what I'm going to do now. We get on the road. We're going to go knock on the door. If nobody answers, we at least know where they live, and we'll go back later today. Other than that, we're going to go ahead and make way to go do a pre-house inspection. After the pre-house inspection, we will come back to Fort Wayne, Indiana, because it is outside of Fort Wayne, Indiana, in Churubusco. We're going to come back to Fort Wayne, go check up on the contractors that's supposed to be working in a basement. One of the owners is doing a refinance, and the appraiser said that the basement was a little humid. So we're doing some work in the basement. We'll talk about that again when we get ready to go to that. And then we also have some more work that we need to do landscaping wise. We need to cut some grass. We need to also pull up some weeds and do some beautification of a commercial building. And then after that, we're going to see what the update is with the tenant owner. The tenant owner is sitting next to me. He's an owner, but he used to be a tenant, and he's trying to get involved in real estate. And so we're going to see how successful he can be. Sometimes it's not all about hanging around and being around a successful person. Sometimes it's about your mental attitude and your willingness to do what it takes. You know, you might have to get out there and do some painting. You might have to get out there and pull some weeds, cut some grass. You can't be paying everybody to do all this stuff for you. In the beginning, you're going to have to do it. It's just a waste of money if you having other people. But when you get up there big time, then you can hire people to do all this stuff for you, cut the grass for you, and do other things. Now, I choose to do a lot of the stuff that I do. I don't do everything. As you heard me earlier, I said I'm going to have contractors do stuff. But either way, I like to do stuff because it keeps me busy throughout the day, keeps me busy throughout the month and year. We got a nice busy weekend coming up, as well as next week. We got a real estate seminar to go to, and we're going to record all this. So we're going to do as much as we can to show exactly what all is involved in a real estate investor life. So here we go. Let's go ahead and go to this house and do the pre-house inspection. And if they have a really clean place when we go do the pre-house inspection, we'll probably go ahead and approve them to move into one of our units. If their place is nasty, I'm so glad that we did this pre-house inspection. They are not moving into one of our places. Dishes in the sink, and this is why it's always good to have a clean house. You never know who's going to pop up. But either way, that's enough talking. Let's go ahead and see what happened. We're going to do this pre-house inspection. All right, let's go. All right, so on our way to go to do this pre-house inspection. I mean, I drove by this house several times. Matter of fact, I tried to get this once before, and the people said, no, we already sold it to somebody else. Well, let's look and see how well that worked out. I don't know if you can see how tall that grass is. That grass is tall. And right there, I mean, you could barely see it. It's somewhere down up in here, right here. You see a little whiteness. Let's see if we can zoom in. You can see the whiteness there. That's the sign. That's the code enforcement sign. Hey, your grass is too high. And so what I'm going to do is, I don't even know what the address is. It looked like it's 201, but don't know what the address is. But if you look at the blinds, let's go ahead and zoom in a little. This is what you do as a real estate investor. You see tall grass, you see code enforcement sign, you see blinds. You see those blinds? Those blinds are all tore up. That means whoever stayed there, they either sold to or rented to really bad people that tore up their place. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the address, find out who pays the property taxes, send a letter to them, If they live somewhere, if that address is somewhere here in the city, I'm gonna drive to that house, knock on that door, and say, excuse me, would you like to sell that property located on 201? I can cut the grass for you too, and see what they say. Maybe they're in distress. The property tax is higher, insurance is higher, maintenance costs higher, roofs need to be done. Speaking of roofs, look there over in the left-hand corner over there. Right over, you see right over there? Gutter all messed up. The gutters need to be fixed. I'm willing to pay for all that. They just need to get in contact with me and talk to me and let me make an offer. More than likely they'll take it. All right, so we'll come back to this property later. When we come back into the city, we're gonna find out who owns this property. Okay, here we go for the pre-house inspection. We're gonna go up. If you can look at the curtains, I hope those are curtains. I hope those are curtains and not bed sheets. If they're bed sheets, if you look at the downstairs unit, they have blinds. The unit over to the right, far right, everybody got blinds. And the people that we going to talk to, they have hopefully curtains and not bed sheets. That's already a negative. It's a possibility they might not be here. They could be at work. Yeah, it doesn't look like they're here, so we're gonna probably have to come back a little bit later. So we'll probably go and grab something to eat, some lunch, and then come on back around 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock. All right, that'll take care of this. Okay, so after trying to do the pre-house inspection, they weren't there, but we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next place. So now we're at the next property. We just need to see how the contractors are doing. They're supposed to be spraying and sealing the basement walls. I'm not too fond going in this basement. Last time I was here, which was 2 days ago, it was spider webs everywhere. It was a basement that you really don't want to be in. So we'll see what all they got done. They're supposed to do 4 things. They're supposed to do new ductwork for the dryer vent. They're supposed to repair a water leak, which they said they already did. They're supposed to put a dehumidifier. It helps any moisture in the basement. It helps to pull it out the air and then put it into your sewer line. And then the last thing was to pretty much seal coat with, it's like a white sealant. It's supposed to tighten up any holes or any crevices that's inside the foundation of the basement. That way no water, when it rains, no water comes through the walls. So we're gonna go and take a look and see what it looks like. So let's go through it. Probably go through the front door. Okay.
Close it.
Yeah. All right. So here the contractor is basically, they don't speak Spanish, so I'm gonna work on the Spanish. Hola, señor. ¿Cómo estás? Yeah. Yes, sir.
Tumor,
¿Te necesita dos más?
tumor para que quede good.
Okay.
Okay?
Let me see what it is.
Es.
Oh, okay.
¿Es entendido?
1, 2, 3.
Sí,
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Okay, porque ya adentro está, pero tumor.
Okay.
Okay, Samuel?
Okay. Sounds good. So what we got right now He's still coating the walls. There's 2 more things to paint, so we'll swing and go get 2 more. And then after he sprays all the walls here, it's a little spray musty in here. He'll do that. You look right here, and they got new PEX right here, so they've already taken care of the water leak. That was an issue. And over here, there was a big hole here. Probably can't see it, but it was a big hole here. And we have reason to believe that maybe mice were coming in because it was just a giant hole. But now they have ductwork in here, and they're going to connect this to the dryer that's upstairs. That way the dryer goes directly outside instead of coming down into the basement. All right, so looks like they're moving along. They got the leak taken care of. They got the ductwork almost done. And this is the ductwork area right here. This is a nice small 2-bedroom. Single lady stays here. She's pregnant. And it appears that the mice will come through that one area once we found it. And they would come inside, and she's really scared of the mice. So we're going to make sure we take care of that for her. Other than that, okay, we checked up on contractors. As you can see, he said that he needed 2 more 5-gallon buckets of that paint. Sealant. So we're going to go and get that. And then after we get that, we're going to pretty much get some lunch and then bring those buckets back home. All right, so let's go do that. All right, here we go. We got our paint sealer for that basement wall. The name of it is called Dry Lock. And they have 3 different types. This is the one that's in the middle. It's $198 a bucket. The cheaper one, if you're on a budget, that's the one you want to get. It's recommended to get this one, especially if you want to use it in a sprayer. This one right here, which is $229, way more expensive. However, it lasts a little bit longer. You get another 3 years. But either way, this one in the middle is more than enough, the extreme. Once again, you can get the original if you want. I got 4 of these bad boys at $198 a piece. Might as well say 200 bucks. 200 times 4, looking at 800 bucks, almost $1,000. Haven't added the sales tax to it yet, but the best thing to do is also to get the worker to shake it up for you before you actually take it to your project. All right, so that's what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and get these shaken. Excuse me, sir. Would you like for me to help put these over near the machine so you don't have to lift them? Okay. By all means, you can lift all these 5-gallon buckets. I will not complain.
I was going to ask what type of roller to use on porous concrete.
All right, don't have a heart attack. I offered my youth to assist. I've done that in the past and they accept it, but usually it's women, so he's a grumpy old man. He wants to do it. All right, here we go. Let's load up these heavy darn buckets. Oh boy. Woo! There we go. Buckets loaded. Let's get this done. Okay, so we just finished trying to do a pre-house inspection. Now that we finished that, we're at a property that they're supposed to be working on the basement, and we're going to go ahead and check on the contractors and see how they're doing and this is all a part of the day. So let's go ahead and see how far they got in regards to working on the basement. So the contractors needs contractor bags. So we're gonna get them some contractor bags, and then we're gonna go take a look at that basement. Small 2-bedroom house, but it's got new gutters now. Outside was painted.
Too late.
For what? ¿Qué?
Ya está la basura en bolsa.
Ah, ¿dónde está la mujeres?
¿Quién?
¿Dónde?
¿Ya se fue ya?
Ah. All right. How many? ¿Cuánto? Bags.
Eh?
How many bags?
He said he got it.
Oh, you don't?
Yeah, but
All right, so they don't.
maybe just, well, I don't know if you want to put this. Maybe one, yeah, one bag.
Okay. So now we're going in the basement. They resealed the walls. And
So where you putting this, you said?
we could put it in the middle over here because this is where most of the water was over here.
Where the
That
switch?
way it's easier to go. It's easier to go over there. We can put it on this one.
What is that?
This is for the sump pump.
Yeah.
That's another switch cord there. So over in this area, this is
Oh,
where
here. That one has them. This light has one? Oh no, it doesn't have one.
So over here you got the furnace. Contractors have resealed the walls in this basement. It was a little damp. We have a dehumidifier right here. We're gonna get this plugged in, and then after we get this plugged in, this is gonna help with some of the moisture in the basement. Hopefully get it dried out and get the garbage out. We'll take our pictures, send the pictures to the bank. We got our duct work done over here to the right. We have the walls resealed, and the duct work that I was referring to, that goes from the dryer, because originally the dryer just pretty much vented right into the basement. So now that's not the case anymore. It's gonna go right outside. We're gonna have a dehumidifier. We resealed the walls. No moisture should come from the walls, and we put new gutter extensions on the gutters to make sure that the water goes away from the house. So we've done everything we can for that. And the tenant keeps the place in fairly good shape. As you can see, she has her couch, and it's just a single lady. And she has her bathroom, her kitchen. We just put new floor down in her kitchen. And she has this nice little back deck. So overall, it looked like the contractors are doing their thing. So now that we dropped off what we needed to drop off, we're gonna go ahead and head to the next task that we need to do for today. So let's go. All right, so now in the life of a real estate investor, we're at the last stop, last property of the day. And of course I didn't record, but I did have to take a couple more trips to Lowe's to pick up some miscellaneous items for the contractors, but I didn't want to record that, but I did have to do that. But this is the last stop of the day. This is at property. They signed their leases, and it was one last thing that we needed to do, plug up the hole that's next to the kitchen sink faucet. So I've actually went on, about the tenant owner I called because we gave him control of one of the rental units, and we're going to see how he does with that. But he's going to work with me for the next couple days, perhaps weeks, and see how things go, so I can keep tabs on him, how he's doing in regards to having a rental property. But right now, he's learning the way of things, and right now he is putting on a cap next to the kitchen sink. So I am going to go inside and show you what he's doing. And then after we do this at this property, then we're pretty much done for today. I'll take him back to the office. He'll get in his car and go head home until tomorrow morning around 10 o'clock when we open. And then, of course, I'm going to go home, take a shower, and I, too, am going to enjoy the rest of the evening, play with the baby, and probably look at some TV, maybe look at some TV. If I have a chance, I'll read a book. All right, so let's go ahead and see what things look like. Neighbors all outside, enjoying this beautiful weather. There he is. You put it on yet? You got it on already? Oh, shoot. Well, there you go. He's moving faster than we expected. Here, show everybody what you did. The electric is not on in this unit, so. The electric is not on in this unit. We cut it off right before the tenants move in. That way we're not responsible. But either way, here's the new kitchen faucet that we have right here. And there was a hole right here, and he put this plug right here. So no water goes down there and mess it up. Because in your rental units down below, right here, the water will go down, and then the whole bottom of that is just getting, the whole bottom of that will get really loose. As we can see in doing, we have to come in and do an inspection. Look like it's water, so maybe the plumbing needs to be tightened up. So I can do that now, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna just send the contractors over here to tighten it up and to check it out. Let's see if the water's still on. That's all we do. He went on ahead and tightened it. Take one paper towel, or make sure it's wide enough, maybe two, since it's half, and then put it underneath. And then tomorrow we'll come here, and if that's wet at all, then we know we still have a leak, and then we can address it. All right, so this is the end of the day. This property is pretty nice. Nice little 2-bedroom, just got rented. And yeah, beautiful deck. We just built that. They built it on a weekend, so the code enforcement wouldn't catch us. Hopefully that code enforcement doesn't look at my channel. Hey, we're gonna write you up. But either way, that's the end of this day, the life of a real estate investor. Moving on. Thanks for watching.